Lola. Lola. I'm trying to do an intro. Are you not? You guys. Hi. Hi. I don't want any kisses. I'm trying to do an intro. Coco. Thank you for the kisses. All right. Well, I don't want your toy. This is what happens when you're trying to do an intro. All right. Now that they're situated and hopefully will stay over there. Hi guys, my name is Pamela and this is Spill the Craft. I share things like hauls, primarily thrifted hauls from Goodwill and other local thrift stores in my area. I also do hauls of Dollar Tree hauls. I like to also share DIY. I'm so bad at this. I also share DIY videos, and in my DIY, I like to keep them simple as well as affordable, and the materials that I like to use are primarily from like Dollar Tree or Walmart, anything that can be accessible to you in your area. So yeah, that's what I like to share on my videos or on my channel. And this video in particular, it is going to be a spring/Easter DIY video. So I have 4 really simple and affordable for springtime Easter DIYs. And if you guys like that kind of content, then I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribed, as well as giving this video a big thumbs up. And I guess that's it. That's all I have to share. Let's get started on these DIYs. All right, you guys, let's get started with this first DIY. So for this first DIY, what you'll need is this whisk that you can get, again, over at Dollar Tree. Everything that I have in these DIYs are either from Dollar Tree or Walmart, like I said earlier. So you're gonna remove the whisk from the paper, obviously. Then you're gonna take this yarn, and this is more of like a burnt orange. And what you're gonna wanna do with the yarn is wrap the base of your whisk entirely with that yarn, using hot glue in between. Once you completely cover the base of your whisk, it should look something like this. Then what you're going to want to do is go ahead and grab some paint. I'm using the Waverly paint in Celery, and you're going to give the top of the whisk a coat of paint. Just one coat, that's all it needs. Then I'm going to take this checkered ribbon that I got from Walmart during Christmas clearance. I think I paid about 75 cents, something like that for it. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap a piece of it around where the base and the whisk meet. And then finally, I'm going to go ahead and make a bow with the exact same ribbon and just glue that on. How cute did this DIY turn out, you guys? This is such a cute, easy, simple DIY and very, very affordable. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really, really curious as to what y'all think. Leave a comment down below. All right, on to DIY number 2. You're going to go ahead and take 2 of these placemats that Dollar Tree had for their spring collection. There's, I believe, I want to say there's like 3 different designs. There was, gosh, I can't remember, but I think for sure they had 3 different designs. So this is the design that I picked out, and you're going to want 2 of those. Then you're going to take your hot glue and you're going to put some hot glue on the edges of one of your placemats, and then you're going to glue the other one right on top. As you guys can tell, I'm creating a pillow. So this turns out really, really cute at the end. And I did a little spin to my pillow. You'll see, I can't speak. You guys will see in a minute. So the stuffing that I'm using is just from an old pillow that I had that my dog decided to chew up. And instead of throwing it away, I decided to recycle the stuffing. So once you finish sealing up your pillow, the next thing that you're going to want to do is go ahead and grab some burlap ribbon. You can find it over in, I believe it's in the arts and crafts section at Dollar Tree. If not, it's probably in the gardening section. I would check both. Then with this burlap ribbon, we're actually going to make pockets with them. So you're going to cut 2-inch to 3-inch strips. And then to make it just a little nicer, you're going to fold over the sides, gluing them down as if they have like a sewn finish. Then all I did here is take some hot glue and I just glued down that burlap. Just remember not to glue all 4 sides. You want to keep one side open. And there you guys have it, your spring pillow. I decided to go ahead and put some carrots in mine. After Easter's over, you can change it out into some florals or even for summer. This is such a cute idea. Again, let me know what you guys think down below. All right, DIY number 3, another super easy, super affordable DIY. And I started off using this chalkboard sign that said hello, welcome, and then it said something about like Wi-Fi password here. I really liked the lettering that said hello, welcome. I don't have a Cricut, so I couldn't necessarily like make my own sign, so I thought I would go ahead and use the lettering on here instead. And then then I took this decal that Dollar Tree had. I thought these were really pretty. I really loved the colors on it. And all I'm doing here, I'm covering up the password is here, and I'm just covering it up with the stickers. Okay, so now that I have everything nice and covered the way I want it, I'm going to take some of this decorative rope that Dollar Tree carries. I absolutely love this rope. It's very soft. And my Dollar Tree rarely carries it. So I got really lucky when I saw it. And what you're going to want to do is go ahead and take some hot glue, and you're going to want to glue down around the border of the sign to finish off your sign. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I did add a handle just in case if I wanted to go ahead and hang the sign. And all I did here is just create a loop glued down some extra rope, finished it off with the burlap, and that was it, y'all. And by the way, my daughter already claimed the sign for her room. So once I am done with this video, the sign is hers. What do you guys think about this sign? It was so easy and I just loved how it turned out. I thought this was absolutely beautiful. And finally, y'all, DIY number 4. Of course, I'm going to have to give you guys a gnome. Since you guys love it so much that I've done the last 2 DIYs, I've done gnomes. I've done a St. Patrick's Day gnome, and then I also did a Valentine's Day gnome. And I'm going to give you guys an Easter bunny gnome. So I'm super excited to show you guys how I did this. So I'm going to take these baskets. They come in a set of 2, and those scallop baskets that you can get over at Dollar Tree again. And then here is where I decided I originally wanted to paint the baskets. So I did, and I left this part in, and I painted the pink one white, and then I painted the blue one that mineral gray color. I originally wanted the bottom to look like a stone finish. That's why I chose that color, but it didn't really turn out the way I wanted. You guys can totally skip this part if you want to. Once I finish giving those buckets about, I believe I gave it 2 to 3 coats of paint. Again, you guys can totally skip this part. It's not necessary. Because I decided to go ahead and take some felt instead and cover the top of the buckets. So I started just putting some hot glue on some of the felt. And before you glue down or wrap the felt all the way around, I went and I took some of this, that foam ball that you can buy at Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 2. And I'm going to use this as the nose of my gnome. So you're going to want to find the center of your bucket, and then you're going to want to glue that down. Once you have that glued down, you're just going to wrap the felt around the nose. And to make the nose more prominent, you're going to want to take some twine or a rubber band, and you're just going to wrap that around. Once you have your nose all nice and secure, you're just going to want to go ahead and finish gluing down your felt. Y'all can totally cut the rest of that felt off, but I was too lazy to do so, so I decided to go ahead and just glue the rest of that felt down inside of my bucket. And again, on the top, I just decided to go ahead and glue that down as well. Nobody's going to see it. It's going to be covered up with a hat anyways. Okay, so go ahead and set your gnome head off to the side. Then you're going to go and take some of this fabric square that, again, they sell at Dollar Tree. They have a bunch of different patterns. I decided to go ahead and use this yellow polka dot one. And then you're going to go ahead and grab your gnome head. And what I decided to do, you're going to want to wrap the gnome, the top of your gnome head, around with that fabric. And you're just going to keep wrapping it around and gluing it down. Okay, so now that we have the cloth completely wrapped around our bucket, or the top of our bucket, we're just going to cut off the excess cloth, set that off to the side because we're still going to use that. And then you guys have to decide how tall you want your gnome hat to be. Once you've decided how tall you want it to be, you're going to go ahead and fold down the edges, creating kind of a point at the top of your hat and just gluing that down. Once you glue that down, make sure that you still have an opening to stuff your hat with some stuffing. And then you're just going to close off your hat, you're just going to pinch the edges and using your hot glue, and you're just going to stuff it and then pinch it, stuff it and pinch it until it's completely sealed. And there you have it. That's what it should look like. Next, I'm going to take this yarn that I've already had a while ago, and I'm going to unravel it into 3 pieces. Dollar Tree has those mop heads that work really, really well for the gnome's hair, so I also would suggest that. The yarn itself, I didn't even use the entire pack of the yarn. I think I used half of it, and that covered enough for me. And so you're going to take the hair of our gnome and you're just going to tuck it in, securing it with some hot glue around the hat. You're going to start by closest to the nose and then working your way around. And then you're going to go ahead and put some of your yarn on the top of the nose and then on the bottom of the nose as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to use some of this extra cardboard that I had at hand. Again, Dollar Tree has a bunch of cardboard you guys can go ahead and purchase. I just used this leftover cardboard, and I'm going to create the feet of my gnome. And I'm just going to do these oval shapes, and then with that rest of that fabric that we used for the hat, we're just going to glue our feet. We're going to create shoes for our gnome. So we're just going to place some glue onto the cardboard, press it down onto the fabric, and just cut it out. Jeez, I'm having a rough time. Who can relate? All right, so now we're at this point, you're gonna go and take your feet and the bottom of your gnome body, and you're just going to glue your feet onto the bottom of that bucket. Now I went ahead, to give our gnome a little bit of height, I went ahead and took some of this foam, floral foam, and just stuck that onto the bottom. I left the plastic on and everything. And then you're also going to put some glue at the top. Oh, no, you're not. So to create the ears for our gnomes, what I did is I took that bunny sack and we're just going to cut off the ears off the bunny. Thank you, Mr. or Mrs. Bunny, for your ears and for your sacrifice. And then what you're going to want to go ahead and do is you're going to cut it in half. Then you're going to take some wire. I just had this jute wire at hand, and you're going to glue down, framing the ear with that wire. And just to close off the ears, all you're going to do is take some hot glue and you're just going to pinch the edges together to make it look seamless. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this little knife and I'm going to make a little slit, and I'm going to put my ear, I'm going to shove my ear into there. I'm not shove my ear, but I'm going to place my ear into that little slit, secure it with some hot glue, and then that's what it should look like. Glue your gnome head right on top, and there you have it, you guys. This wonderful, beautiful Easter gnome. What do y'all think? Alright, you guys, that is it for my video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Again, I really appreciate you guys clicking on my video. And on the next video, I'm actually doing a thrift flip. So if you guys are interested in finding out what I do with the Goodwill items that I find, then go ahead and hit that notification button. And don't forget to subscribe so you guys don't miss out on that video. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!